prediction-wise, well, I feel like Manchester City is going to go through. This is my personal.
So I feel that you're a lone wolf.
Of course, I'm a lone wolf because I'm the only person who understands both teams in this table. Unfortunately,
you don't understand. You haven't spoke about City at all. You just do your sick opinions about Madrid
because of experience and players, and because of Guardiola.
Both legs.
Guardiola's going to make sure actually we get there.
They're going to win both.
He's the one person who's going to make sure that we get there.
You think you're going to win at Manchester City's ground?
Of course, Guardiola's going to make sure of it. Wallahi. I'm telling you right now.
Why? Because you beat Chelsea at their
No,
ground.
he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He's going to make 500 mistakes. You
This
watch
guy
him.
does not rate him.
Guardiola, because I know what mistakes he makes. All the time he just when you see a coach doing all 90 minutes doing this, wallah, you know he's going to lose the game. Watch Ancelotti, watch Conte, watch all these guys. They keep it quiet and they win.
Oh my God.
Zidane won 3 Champions League in a row quietly. Wallahi, with his mouth shut. That's how he made a good.
His team was that good.
Too much, huh?
No, the team
He didn't even have to say anything.
they actually
He looks at his squad, puts him on the field, and watches him.
Boys, we've been getting a lot of hate. Did you guys see the comments? Of course, Hassanin, you're always in the comment section.
You know what I'm saying?
You said you wanted,
I'm living.
He lives in the comment section.
you said you wanted to address a certain someone.
What's his nickname? What do you guys call him?
Gallery, brother.
Gallery. Why do you guys call him Gallery?
DG.
That's the me.
DG, wallah. Shame on you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shame, bro. You
should be supporting, not hating.
No, wallah, Azim, man. The hate just keeps coming. But you know what? It's even the hate to love. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, my brother.
Allah, there's a lot of hate, and there's one comment.
And there's one guy who wrote an essay.
Yeah.
And guess what, bro? I actually read it today.
Well, I didn't.
Wallah, he's preaching.
Hold on. I don't want to read the whole
But
thing.
it's all facts. Like
Wallah, he's preaching the gospel.
yeah,
Is
it's
he?
all facts.
Wallahi, he was.
I like it. Actually. I like what he was saying. Actually.
I'm gonna put the comment right now on screen, but I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But I'm just gonna read the end of it. The end of it, he's saying, "For F's sake, you guys are nice guys, blah blah blah. But this whole title of the video should be, we're talking football, but we know nothing about.
He was attacking your credibility. He was attacking your credibility at some.
Yeah, he was. There was one about the Steven Gerrard. We actually upset a lot of people about Steven Gerrard, bro. He wasn't the first one to say it. There was a lot of people saying Steven Gerrard.
Sorry to cut you off, but you know, after I read his article, I thought I was reading an article. Like, it wasn't that long.
It is an article.
Yeah, it's long, man.
And wallahi, he sold me. Wallahi, he did. He made some good points. Even the point when he goes about when they moved Gerrard position, he scored 20 goals that year. Like he sold it, and we drank the Lampard Kool-Aid too much. Wallahi.
No, we didn't. Lampard was 10th, I think.
Because we drank the Kool-Aid too much.
I didn't read the comment, and I don't know if reading the comment is going to change my mind, but I do know how good Gerrard is, but I still think the 10 meters I put ahead of him are better than him.
I also feel that way. Do you know why? Because Wallahi al-Azim, I even looked at other people and what other people are saying. Bro, the majority of people and the majority of people that watch football know that Gerrard is amazing at the basics.
Exactly.
Like the basics of football.
Nothing special.
And then just hard work on top of that.
Yeah.
No matter what you say,
there's
you
no
can't
special
tell me
talent.
that Gerrard is like...
It's like if Jordan Henderson was a little bit quicker, he could do a job at right back. He's just another Gerrard. And he's won the Premier League. You know, people are saying Henderson is the best Liverpool captain of all time.
Oh my God,
that's a bit of a stretch.
Wallahi, Azim. It makes sense, but you know why? Because he's won the Premier League and Gerrard hasn't. That's why. And he's won the Champions League, Gerrard has. It's the same thing.
Henderson, if Henderson sat on the bench for the last 5 years, I would have won everything that they've won.
No, but that's no.
Yes, they would have.
No. Wallahi, no chance. Wallahi, they miss him when he's not there. Wallahi, they miss him when he's not there.
Of the passenger.
No, wallahi, it's not, bro. That guy's a machine, bro.
You tell me Fabinho can't do his job?
Fabinho can't do his job. No, they bought Naby Keita to do his job.
But that is trash, man.
Finished.
No,
but that guy...
Naby Keita's trash?
He was
Relax, boys.
expensive.
Relax.
He was expensive, wallahi.
Naby Keita is a rubbish character. But anyways, whoever that guy is, I was watching this video again. Wallahi, I mean, like, he's like, definitely, he's obviously.
He converted you. Is he not
You won me over, wallahi.
No, I think he's from...
Send us a video or something, who you are, wallahi. I mean, you're preaching the gospel, wallahi.
We might get you on, Gullah.
We might get you on. We'll fly you in with the budget we have.
Listen, stop spreading this fake news, Wallah Azim. Anyhow, Wallah Azim, I knew this was going to be the case. That's why, if you guys go back and watch the video, as soon as we mentioned Gerrard, I was like, a lot of English people rate him. So this is going to cause a lot of controversy that we put him 12th with the 12th or 13th, I think.
We all didn't rate him, but I think there was some of us that I had a different opinion.
But the guy, when he explains it, he breaks it down. Well, like Gerrard actually like. Really was advising us to actually read it. I don't really. Today I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna read it.
No, but Gerrard was big, bro. But he was just big for Liverpool because Liverpool was shit at the time.
Bro. But as soon as he got a decent team around him, see what he done. Like,
yeah, but you're right. He made a good point because even Carragher recently when he had a sit down with Roy Keane face to face, and they were debating who was better, Gerrard or Scholes. And Carragher made that exact point that guy made in the comments. He goes, Gerrard, he's just one of those players. We could put him right back. We could put him attack. He was just as effective as
Everywhere.
in every position.
He's very versatile and everything.
Very versatile, very flexible, and he was a.
You can't tell the story of football the last 20 years. Talking about.
And he goes, he could change a game for us.
Wallahi, sorry, but James Milner is if James Milner could hit a ball from outside the
you
box.
always use his terrible.
Wallahi,
examples.
same thing.
You always
Wallahi,
use-
same thing. I'm
you
sorry,
use
he can play right back. He can play midfield. He's hardworking. He
You
can do a
use
job.
terrible
He's
examples
good at the
always, wallahi,
basics.
and you always lose
Wallahi,
us.
I'm sorry.
Gerrard is more dominant.
But
than
is he a
James
leader?
Milner.
Is he a leader? Is he a big game player like Gerrard was?
Yeah, can he change a game? No,
Can he
he
change a
can't,
game?
bro.
No, he can't.
Can
He can't do this stuff.
Can
Wallahi.
you guys believe this? Like, out of all this, Ibrahim didn't even have Steven Gerrard in his list.
So wallahi.
Wallah, he didn't even have. The person that had him the highest, of course, was Ammar, Liverpool supporter. He put him 5th. That's the highest.
But the guy he was hating on Luka Modric a bit, which I don't know. Which I
yeah,
don't
he
understand.
was out of line there.
He was playing the recency bias card a bit, which doesn't apply to Luka Modric. Luka Modric will be great. Luka Modric is great now. He'll be great in 20 years.
Yeah, he's been great for 10.
Real Madrid is likely going to play Liverpool in the final, and we're going to show him who Luka Modric is.
I think
Anyways,
so. I agree.
This is definitely not going to be the first or last hate comment we get. Hassanin, your Pogba take, by the way, has been going viral in the
Because
hood.
everywhere I go, people, and the most people are like, Pogba's the best player, yeah? Well, I think
Well, like I said, you deserve that. Maguire, yeah? Maguire, yeah? Maguire.
Maguire's a beast.
There's this news came out right now that Pogba's out for the rest of the season. So that Manchester United, he's done. 7 years or 6 years.
Pogba been checked out of that team. But his talent, but just show you, he's never done nothing with that team, and they still gave him an extension even when he done nothing.
Anyhow, let's
You know what I'm saying?
let's get
There's
into
an
today's
outrageous
video.
comment.
Let's not talk
And they'll
about
still give him an
Pogba, please.
extension right now if they ask them.
Let's get into today's video. But before we do, let's introduce the starting lineup. On my left, we've got Big Has, Midris, changing position. Finally, not giving me a headache. And on the other side of the room, we've got Hassanin, the truth, Hassanin, Coach Abdullah, and Mohamed Afa. All right, boys. Today we are going to be discussing Manchester City versus Real Madrid.
Big game.
coming
Big
up.
game.
Big game.
Biggest game.
Only one winner in this game, but
Let's not give out our predictions early on. But before we do that, we're gonna try and do is put a combined XI of the current team. So both teams are gonna have to do some sort of combined XI. And we've got 2 Real Madrid supporters here and 1 Manchester City supporter. I'm sure Manchester supporters is more than enough.
we've got three
to
neutral.
handle
We're
himself.
3 neutrals, Annie.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I got my lineup already set, brother.
So what?
Just the Man City lineup.
So we do that? Do we just ask Guardiola what his lineup is on the day? That's it.
Wallahi, it's off the door.
حسين عافا يبوك
You
تاريخ.
guys know it.
And so his lineup?
Yeah, you guys
Is
know.
حسين عافa's lineup.
Exactly right.
Before we get started, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And if you
And leave us a comment.
leave us a comment. And if you're on the road,
No, that's
you
it.
really want to
Exactly.
say that. And if you're on the road and you don't want to go on YouTube or whatever, check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, and
Don't, we haven't been on there.
You haven't. A lot of people have though.
Yeah, I have, and I haven't seen any episodes on it.
Especially the second one wasn't uploaded as quick as.
Just say Spotify, not where we get podcasts, because I checked on Podcast Addict and it wasn't there.
They're all
Wallah.
there. If you actually check, they're all
Wallah,
there.
it's not there.
Anyways,
I don't want to shame us, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
anyhow, boys, before we actually start picking players, let's pick the formation that we're gonna go for. Are we just gonna go for a solid 4-3-3?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
No, we go 3. What is it? What's the new wave?
4-3-3, bro.
Why is that? Because we're being lazy, or is that how they're playing?
But that's how
No,
that's what
4-3-3
matches
is standard.
both systems. Bro.
no, but is that how they're gonna play on the day?
Yeah, that's how they
They
play.
both play 4-3.
What do you
how
want to
they
do?
played in
4,
the last
you want to
game
do
too?
5-3. Old school, yeah.
That's the Chelsea one.
Isn't the new
The
modern
three at the
system?
back.
Isn't the new modern system 3-5
with win backs and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Is that?
That's no, cuz that's Conte and Tuchel. That's it.
I love that. I actually like that system.
It's perfect.
Hazam 4-3-3, bro.
It's
I
an
think it
easy
has to
system
be
to deal
4-3-3.
with.
Yeah.
On the counter, you can just kill
Not on
them.
the counter. You just leave your wingers up wide.
Yeah.
That forces their wing backs not to go forward.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be 3v3 at the back.
Yeah.
It's how because I'd have to cut this out obviously. In the final,
Why would I cut that
Why
out?
would we cut that all out?
Yeah.
they played with 3 at the back.
Oh, so that-
Yeah, here.
Oh, shit. No, no.
And then, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And then Kenya was just standing at the front. 3 was standing.
Yeah.
First half it was like 3-0. Ma'a salama. When you don't make your wingers track the fullback, their wing backs, it's game over.
Yeah.
It's game over.
It's dangerous system to play.
It's dangerous.
We have a lot of things to do, bro.
Yeah, well,
Iftar.
Anyways,
boys,
carry on.
let's jump into it. The first position we have to discuss is the goalkeeper. This is actually pretty hard. Edison or Courtois?
I was saying that too. Allah.
I was thinking, should I play Edison in the air or central midfield? I wasn't sure.
Exactly.
With that good feeling.
Nah, you know what it is about Courtois? Good shot stopper. His height is good for someone that's that tall. for someone that's that tall, he's very good on getting on the ground quick and stopping. He's very agile. I would never expect someone that tall to be so agile on the ground. But
when I was thinking about this,
it depends.
When I was trying to think if Edison has ever had like a bad patch in his career, and I couldn't think of it. No, he's been there a while. He hasn't, but Thibaut Courtois has had some howlers. And
But Chelsea and in Real Madrid.
But he's had more great moments. But he's held the team down more. Wallahi, he's in tougher times.
Wallahi,
he has.
The first year at Real Madrid, he was a bit shaky.
shaky.
No, but I'm talking about
Edison-
lately.
And there's been goals that he's copped where I've thought he could have saved on multiple occasions, like especially in the near corner every time he gets him for some reason.
Yeah, I don't think Edison's ever been in bad form.
And whose defense is better? Yeah.
I don't think it matters that much, wallahi.
I think
it
we
does.
easily agree Man City defense is better.
No. You know what?
you.
And that's a good point, Hassan. Wallahi, because when you look at Edison, most of the time, does he really got a lot to do?
Nothing.
Not really. He could be really.
He gets tested. His 4 players are pressing up there, so they're not even getting it. And then
That's
when the
fair
ball
enough.
comes back, the players out in the back are clean. He gets tested, but when he gets tested, he does his job. Edison.
Yeah, and like with one-on-ones that you think the striker should put him away, he pulls out
but
a
shot stopper, Cavani, boy's got a strong. Courtois, he's got a strong hand, bro.
You know the team was even Ramsdale. Wallahi, Ramsdale been very
Ask
shaky.
Azam what I think of
Very
Ramsdale.
shaky.
Ramsdale.
Yeah, Dollar hates him, bro.
That guy, him and Pickford. I was gonna say them too.
You hate his attitude more than you hate his goalkeeping.
No, even his goalkeeping, you know.
No.
Wallah, I was
On the
speaking
weekend-
to Umar the other day. Umar Atta, he's like, this is just because the first season, you know, it's fresh. You know, he's like, this guy's definitely gonna have second season syndrome upcoming. Wallahi.
That's what both of them got in common.
Definitely.
Pickford and Ramsdale. Their attitudes are both on trash, bro.
Let's stay on course here.
You know what?
I think Courtois is probably a better shot stopper if we're being fair, but because we've seen much more from him.
Yeah, but even Edison, when it comes to shot stopping too, Allah, he does his job.
And I don't like using the argument that his defense is better because Man City wouldn't have bought him. And listen, Man City had the same defense with the keepers before him. That's Bravo and them trash niggas.
And when the defense is copying it too, when they're on the front
Edison does his job
foot,
too.
Edison does his job
That's
too.
what I'm saying,
Playing out the back too, he gives you that as well.
Gun to head, Courtois thing, bro. You're picking Courtois, bro.
Wallahi, the only thing that Courtois has over him is size. That's it, man.
Which is a
Do
big
you think
foul.
Edison is capable of stopping Benzema or Vinicius?
Who, Edison?
Yes.
Watch him.
Absolutely not, bro.
I think he will. I think he will.
This
This is his episode.
He's lining it up. This episode all huh? This episode we dedicate this episode to you.
But you know what, Wallah, if you want to go with Courtois, I'm not mad. Are we individually
We have
picking?
to put it to a vote. We have to put it to a vote, just like last time.
So we're doing a general
Yeah.
consensus here?
Yes. I'm gonna go.
You go
I'm gonna
first
go
time.
for-
From now, hey, this episode you're going first every time.
Okay.
All right?
All
Because you be
Hasn't any? Okay.
No, it's not.
No, the Giga Azam. But listen, what Edison has is something special that no keeper has. So don't.
the football- the
Yeah,
feet?
yeah. The
I've never
passing.
seen-
Cause
He's a goalkeeper.
yeah, he's a goalkeeper. Like
He's not a midfielder,
to
cuz.
be
Yeah, he's
creating
not a midfielder,
assists
he's not
from.
a-
Wallahi,
No,
come on,
wallah.
Wallahi Azim.
Hey, but boys,
he's got something special. man.
That's
It's not-
special. That's special, but for that team, because that's what that team needs.
Exactly.
If it's another team, it's irrelevant.
No,
For most
that-
other teams, they don't need a goalkeeper that does that.
Okay, but
Because,
that team,
because the defenders,
but
they
judging
wing
based on
backs,
where he's at.
they can't control the ball like that.
judging based on where he's at, man, it's not. Come on,
Wallah
man.
Azim. Wallah Azim. That
something
trait
that-
is only good for Man City. If it's any other team, Mohammed, you agree? No other team needs that.
I mean, who said that? Every goalkeeper needs to be good at kicking.
No, they don't.
And the more accurate you are, the better.
Most other goalkeepers need to just send that ball out.
If you're in a shit
Nah,
team, you need to
bro.
be good at goalkeeping. But if you're in a team that controls the game, you need a goalkeeper.
Which Real
you need a goalkeeper.
Which
that's
Real
good with his
Madrid?
feet.
Which Real Madrid is capable of?
Exactly.
Which Real Madrid is capable of?
No, not that. Their defenders is strictly they defend, bro.
No. They defend when they play teams like PSG and stuff. When they think they're going to be on the front foot, they go defensive. Throughout the season, Hassan, they play out the back one.
Let's put a vote to it. I'm more with that Mohamed Rees kind of vibe where like I want the player to do his main duties first. I've seen a bit more of Courtois. Exactly.
Which is why-
So I'm going for Courtois.
No, but
is
you,
why in this
Azam,
case
you
I'll
say
go-
that like Edison has let you down.
No,
He
no,
hasn't.
yeah.
I haven't
He
seen
hasn't let his
Edison
team down.
being worked as much as I've seen Courtois being
Okay,
worked.
but I just said
Two
the
different good
same
teams.
defense that Edison is playing behind, Bravo played behind before him.
Yeah, I know.
And he was shocking.
And Manchester City weren't as good as they are right now, Abdullah.
Wait,
Don't even get me
what
started.
defense are we
No,
talking
no,
about?
no,
What
no,
defense
no,
are we
no.
talking
Boys,
about?
let's just put a vote to it. Let's put a vote to it. Come on.
Let's discuss this point.
So
first.
good argument,
What defense
wallah.
are we talking about?
City was still good that time too. That's
No,
not
not so good,
That's
not
not
so
a real
good.
argument.
You're gonna say it because you're a Man City fan.
They didn't have Ruben Diaz. They didn't have Ruben Diaz. They didn't have Cancelo. They didn't have what's his name?
No, no,
Laporte.
they weren't the
All
same.
these super-
They weren't
no,
the
it's
same.
not
They
the
weren't the
same,
same.
bro.
Wait, bro, this team is a machine.
At the end of the day, you saying I want the guy to do his job first. Edison does. He does
I'll
do
give you another
his
example.
job.
I think Alisson is a better shot stopper than Edison.
He is. That's why
Yeah,
Brazil
yeah,
won.
he's
better.
It's an
He is?
argument. It's an
No, it's
argument.
not
But
an
it's
argument,
no,
it's a fact,
it's an
wallahi. I reckon
argument.
it is.
It's an argument. No,
He is, bro. That's why Brazil.
you
Brazil
guys are
decided.
speaking like Edison doesn't make saves.
We've seen more of Alisson making saves than we have seen with Edison. Edison barely gets tested, Abdullah.
It
Wallahi,
doesn't matter. But when he is tested, Azam, he's there.
He rocks
Not
up
all the
wallahi.
time.
No, wallahi, when he's
on,
required.
man.
Like, for example, against Atletico Madrid, wallahi, he rocked up, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's there.
They had 2 shots on target the whole game, bro. In 95
there,
minutes.
bro.
First of all, against
There were
Atletico,
crucial there were
the
crucial
first leg,
moments. And then he pulled it off. It was a crucial moment.
If you want to talk about Atletico's game, the first game, Atletico played with no striker, no wingers, nothing.
Don't worry about
They
that,
were just
the first
defending the
game.
whole game. They didn't attack.
We're talking about the
Well,
second
they
leg
wanna
game.
lose the
We
game.
are literally on the goalkeeper. Let's get out of this position. bro.
Azam picked Courtois, Hassanin, Courtois obviously.
Courtois is way better.
Mohamed Idris.
Yeah,
My
I'm going to go Courtois, bro.
Boring, wallahi.
Edison?
Edison, of course.
Courtois.
Yeah, I'll go
I thought this is an obvious one.
If you're seeing something that special in front of your eyes, to go like, nah, I want this guy.
Yeah,
Who would
I
you
thought-
say?
I get you.
I thought we were all going to make our own different excites. Well, I didn't think it was a general consensus.
Nah, it has to be. It has to be
Huh?
joint. Everyone's.
Yeah, I know.
I had how this format works.
We
I
have,
had a-
that's why we have to make a combined one.
I had a full assist,
I
wallah.
don't know nothing about this.
When
I come, I do my work, and let Azam do
I
his
know
work.
nothing about this guy.
Wallah, I don't know nothing about how this
That's
works.
not a good thing.
Anyhow, let's move on. The fullbacks. Let's go with the right back first. What are we saying, boys?
Carvajal, easy.
No, wait, but I'm going Kyle Walker, bro.
Who?
There's no doubt about that.
Even the Arnold guy, is he playing?
Who? Carvajal?
Can I call Kyle
He-
Walker?
he-
He is. But
This is the only position where I was unsure.
What? Carvajal?
Oh,
That's
Abdullah!
only, no, because
bro.
of
This
because
is
of
the obvious
no,
one, I think.
wallahi, no, ability wise or like, and if I want someone to defend, khalas, last man, Kyle Walker. But in terms of the career that Carvajal has had and how much he's won and what he competed, no, he did compete.
no. Now you're going on the history of achievements at the start of the game.
He was like that back four of Real Madrid that won the 4 Champions Leagues. He was an important part.
He was an important part. But Abdullah, Walker defensively, going forward, he gives you all, bro. His pace is... I was going to say impeccable, wallah. I was going to say his pace is impeccable.
He really wanted to say it.
Wallah, I was just about to say. Wallah, unintentionally, I was about to say it.
Immaculate.
Because
We can end this argument very
his
quickly.
pace going forward defensively, he gets back to any
How about
winger
this?
you get.
You don't
to.
have to argue with me because I was gonna pick Kyle Walker
No, no,
anyway.
that's okay.
But
Why are you wasting our
no,
time then,
I'm saying
cuz?
that was the only one where I was unsure.
No.
Because of Carvajal. Yeah, wallahi.
Carvajal easily. I tell you why. This year, we both, Man City and Real Madrid, we both played Man City. And what happened when we both played them?
Played
Who
who?
got
Played
worse?
who?
We played
Chelsea,
PSG, sorry, PSG. We played PSG, both of us, yeah? And the first leg, if you put in the work and put Kyle Walker to work, they lost 3-2, I think. Our game, we didn't lose. We only lost because Carvajal went out and Vasquez was playing.
Cuz I'll
And they
put it
managed
into
to
that.
score,
I'll put it into that argument
Yeah,
there,
and-
wallah.
and-
Carvajal was getting the work by Mbappe that game.
But
So,
so we didn't.
so I don't know where you go with that.
Did we
wallah.
concede any goals?
He went out of the picture. He was going to join the fans. That's it. والله ما صاحبه وعطاكس.
Yeah, but did we concede any goals? That's the point.
Cuz that's not the point.
We didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No,
Yeah, you did.
about 95 minutes.
And you know what happened to the boy Courtois? We just mentioned.
Yeah.
Mbappe رقده تمام كز.
Yeah, but-
so that's another argument.
But
huh?
what happened to Edison? What happened to
Mbappe's
Edison
gonna
that
do
game?
that to anyone in front
What
of him,
happened to
though.
Edison that game?
Mbappe's going to do that to
I
anyone
know,
in front
but
of
the
him.
fact that it was Courtois, we're basing it to Courtois.
I tell you
I gave him the work.
I tell you something. Messi, this whole year couldn't score any goal. The first goal he ever scored this year was against Man City. Idrissa guy, he's not even a star in PSG. He scored a goal against Edison.
Why go to Messi? But well, that has nothing to do with anything.
No, I'm going to your defense. Yeah, fullbacks, your keeper, everybody.
Yeah, but we're talking about particularly here the right
3
back.
goals.
Walker,
3 beautiful
he's
goals.
been having a much more consistent run.
Yeah, but why did they lose that game then?
he's
كارفاخال
ما صح. That point is good.
كارفاخال مثلا لو اتكلم عن السنين اللي فاتت، لو انا هختار من السنين اللي فاتت هختار كارفاخال على ووكر. اوكي؟ لكن لما اتكلم عن
وطبعا this week ثاني.
لما اتكلم عن الاصابات بعد السنه اللي فاتت، كارفاخال يرجع شوي، يحس الاسبوعين اللي فات قاعد يلعب كويس، يعني رجع زي زمان. اوكي لكن اذا عايز اختار لاعب انا للجيم ومثلا تقول لي من سيتي ومدريد اكيد هختار
That's not that well. I'm not even gonna argue the point.
Kyle
anymore,
Walker?
man.
It's gotta
Shame
be
on
Kyle
you.
Walker, boys.
I'm telling you what you're saying, bro.
Shame on you.
This is general consistency. والله.
You don't like Kyle Walker, can't
Yeah,
stand him, but I'm
exactly.
picking Kyle Walker.
and he might not play for this
easy.
game. He might not play. I think he's
I'm pretty sure he's hurt, bro.
Nah, left back is
he's hurt.
easier.
He's hurt.
He's hurt, bro.
Yeah.
He hurt himself bad last game.
He might not play.
Easier.
I don't think he's going to play, though.
Carvajal?
No, Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker? Yeah, well, that's the only scary part, man.
That's good for
No,
him,
no,
Allah.
he's injured.
That's good for him, Allah.
The injury against Atletico.
That way he doesn't have to embarrass himself in front of
Which-
Vinicius.
I think this is
Wallahi.
Which I reckon?
you got a number pretty bad on this one, so it's
That's
gonna be
about
tough.
who
He
he's
just
playing.
felt like this,
He's playing against Vinicius in that side, yeah.
Yeah.
Vinicius is gonna put whoever's there. Vinicius.
Wallahi, he's gonna
Not
embarrass
playing.
them. Wallahi.
Not really, wallahi.
He's
Not
gonna
Kyle
embarrass
Walker.
them.
I don't think he is.
No way, bro.
They
No way, wallahi.
And
no
Cancelo's
way,
not
wallahi.
playing,
No,
don't
wallahi,
forget.
that hype around the comment right now. No way, bro.
Cancelo, he can't play.
Let's move on to the other
Can't waste
side.
too much time, wallahi.
Left back, we've got Cancelo, and for Real Madrid is Mendy, right?
Mendy, yeah?
Fallon Mendy.
Mendy, yeah? There was only one good Mendy in my eyes. Huh? Now, unfortunately, well, we all know his situation.
This comment is gonna be bleeped out.
Why, bro?
Wallah, I'm sorry.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Mendy.
Abdullah, you need to fall back.
They did a lot of wrong things.
I'm edit the whole episode there. Yeah?
You know what? I just realized I opened the door, sir. I just opened the door and then everybody just
Big
went.
can of worms, man.
Big can of worms.
You can't
But-
open that.
I think Cancelo is unanimously.
He's not gonna play Cancelo. Cancelo's not gonna play.
Unanimously, wallahi.
Again, قاعد تحصل تاني.
He's gonna say what's gonna say.
Immaculately.
No, unanimously. The number one pick here, wallahi.
has to be
He's been,
But he's not playing.
He's in the
It
talks
doesn't
of.
matter. We're saying they combined the best 11.
What were you saying the other time? Where, like Manchester City, they didn't move. They're playing Kyle Walker. Cancelo on that side because he's better at playing left back than Kyle Walker or something, right?
No, he's better at playing left back than the actual left back. But but if you're gonna pick between the two, yeah, of course.
Because
Of course.
he's a right back naturally, right?
Yeah, he's right-footed. He's a right back.
He's a right back. He's a winger. He's a goal scorer. He does every single thing
Who's
for
this?
this team.
So you're
Cancelo.
Cancelo.
You're taking
he's
Cancelo.
معلم.
I'm not taking Cancelo because
He does everything, but I'm not taking him.
No, you know why I'm not taking him? Because that team is like Man City is more of a free form. So if he doesn't have that freedom, if his only job is to defend and be a fullback,
He's a solid defender as well. Bro.
he's
He's
not
a
gonna be
solid
better
defender.
than Mendy.
And he's one of the most
Follow me.
craziest attacking fullbacks I've ever seen, wallahi. Or Cancelo.
Cancelo is more
Unbelievable,
like
wallahi.
Hakimi.
But this other guy, anyway, four long Mendy or whatever his name is.
No, Mendy's better. Mendy's better, man. He's just faster.
Mendy's good on with his feet with the
Yeah.
ball.
I said Mendy's
yeah.
good at one player. Mendy's good in FIFA. Wallahi, that's
Good
the only place
everywhere.
he's good, wallahi. I use him on FIFA. It's unbelievable,
everywhere.
wallahi.
He just gets
Trash.
injured a lot.
Boys, just for Hassan's sake, let's just do it. I'm going Cancelo.
I'm going Mendy, of course.
Cancelo.
I said, well, are you gonna do this whole episode?
You know why? You know
So
why?
you're just gonna pick Real Madrid?
No,
players?
of course I'm gonna pick Real Madrid guys because I'm definitely sure of Madrid winning this game and winning the
You know what he's-
winning the Champions League this year.
Anyway, what are you saying, Cancelo?
Cancelo, of course.
Yeah, Cancelo.
Cancelo. right?
Mendy.
Has to be.
I said, doesn't even know who he is, sir.
Mendy.
He's like, I don't even know who he is, huh?
You need to
Who's
watch
that
him, wallahi. You
Who's
need to
that
watch him,
Portuguese
that's
guy? You go like,
All the customers فتح down their names bro.
You need to watch him. That's all.
Is there an argument for Alaba to be as a left back? Let's just say.
You know what?
But he has
If
been
I was
playing for
making
a
my
while.
own XI,
Alaba's a
that would be a consideration.
better wing back than all them niggas put together.
Yeah, he's
I tell you something. He might play as a fullback. He might.
But isn't it
because
better-
he did it against Chelsea the second leg.
But there's no doubt.
No, he played because
No, he's gonna play in the center. But what are you going? You're gonna put Nacho after that? After that
All right,
shaking
let's get into that. See, the centre backs. We're gonna name all of them, and we're just gonna have to pick two because that's a
I've
bit
got my
easier.
two already.
I'm gonna say Laporte and Alaba.
nah.
But no
Wallah
way, bro. Alaba for me just.
Alaba is a beast, and Laporte is something special, bro. Wallah, he's.
Laporte over Diaz?
Yeah, I do.
Nah. No, Azam. Alaba, you know, he was. No, but listen to this. He was at Bayern. He was how like Ismail Muda Davis, Alfonso Davis. How he was. See how breaking through like this. Everyone talking about him. That's how Alaba was. Yeah, he was like that as a fullback. He's going to centre back at Bayern when they brought the Davis guy in. He played at centre back. Bardo, you can't even. There isn't a difference. His performance is high. For Austria, he plays in midfield.
Yeah, he does.
And kills it.
In Austria, he plays striker. خليه.
But you know, Abdullah, I think.
He just understands the game so well, cuz he
I
knows
think-
everything.
Abdullah, you know, I think, but after he got injured, because he had an injury, his pace, he lost a bit of pace, and that's why I think he got moved to centre back. I think.
But is he solid as a centre back?
Yeah, he is. Wallahi, he is.
Wallahi,
I've seen
not a
enough.
worry, cuz
It's
he
him and
Although
Diaz for
Real
me.
Madrid wouldn't have gone for him. They went for him to replace Ramos. That's
Because
that's
Diaz,
a big thing.
because now recently he's been injured. Diaz, when he was playing before, Diaz was being talked about one of the best centre backs in the world, bro. If not, the best centre back in the world. That's going to be argued.
Can you please?
I respect him.
Laporte.
I actually think without Diaz, City have been struggling, and that's why there's only 1 point difference now between them because Diaz wasn't playing.
I think this is the only one.
If Diaz was playing,
yeah,
they wouldn't be struggling as much.
So you're gonna pick Diaz?
I think this is the only one he's not going to.
AKA.
Wallahi taking the piss. Wallahi taking the
I
piss.
love
This
that.
is one. Wallahi, I thought you would.
Absolutely not, bro.
This is one I thought you would agree on. Wallahi.
On my bench, yes. On my bench, yes.
Is everybody else saying?
Not my starting 11.
Is everybody else saying
Militao,
Diaz
شنو؟
for at least one of them?
عن ميليتاو
Militao, of course.
دياز.
كلمنا عن ميليتاو.
Militao and Alaba for me.
اول شيء لا
Sneaker
بس
is sick, والله.
دفاع والله انا شوف لا كسنتر باك والله لا ما
Sneaker is
ما عجبني.
sick, والله.
انا اوريك ليش اسمع انا اوريك ليش
Militao
انا اوريك ليش انا احس انه نتكلم عن لاعب مثلا سنتر باك حلو اقارنه لما يكون مع المهاجمين الثانيين المفروض الثاني كيف نتكلم واحد مع واحد ولا كورنرز شايف كيف ده اللي انا عايزه انا من مدافع اول حاجه يعني انا كويس لكن شويه ما احس مره
He's coming from a real Real Madrid fan. This
Yeah,
guy
like-
watches
like-
and understands the game.
لكن ميليتاو يلعب كور كويس والفريق لما يكون والفريق لما يكون مضغوط يلعب باصات يعرف حتى في الزحمه وكذا شايف يعرف يلعب باصات كويسه يقدم يمشي بالكره قدام فيديك حلول
And he's a
اكثر.
soldier.
والله
too.
even if Alaba has his shaky
a soldier.
moments, which is very rare, Diaz is gonna come there to clean it up anyway.
Well, I only watch Real
that
Madrid
part-
in the big Champions League game. And Militao looks مبهدل والله. I'm sorry. He looks like مبهدل shaky.
Alaba wasn't next to him.
He looks jittery.
Farfara, والله
Yeah,
Farfara.
والله.
Yeah, والله he
He's
does.
definitely not the main centre back.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not the best.
But he's not a bad centre back either.
He's
والله.
not
He's very
bad.
good.
لكن
Yeah,
اقول
he's
لك
very
ليش انا عايزه مثلا خصوصا قدام السيتي مثلا عايز تلعب قدام السيتي عايز واحد زي ميليتاو.
He's gonna kill everyone.
But I think would be more comfortable
He's a new
with a
Pepe.
with a Diaz and Alaba partnership.
I just want to hear that because you said Diaz, right?
يا دياز
Oh, that's all right. So we got Diaz. That's the first one. Let's agree on the second one.
Militao, easy.
This is Hassanin.
Militao or Alaba.
What's your one, Hazza Azam?
Me? I pick
Wallahi,
both of them.
I'm not too sure about Alaba, bro.
We got-
but
I pick both of them, man.
Only one of them can get in now because Diaz is in.
Not for me.
Too many people have Diaz.
Not for me.
Well, maybe a combined one.
Consensus.
Maybe Alaba then.
But Laporte's not in it.
No, nobody.
So I'm going Diaz then.
No,
Then-
okay. You
then-
went Diaz now from Real Madrid.
Alaba, easy.
Madrid?
Alaba.
Alaba, bro. But even though I don't think Militao's bad, he has making.
No, wallahi, no, I'm not making him sound bad.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in this option that you have, you would rather have Diaz and Alaba, bro.
Is Militao in Brazil's team?
Yeah, he starts for Brazil, I think.
Brazil بس قلت عليه second division team بس ها.
All our Brazilians are in the starting 11. Militao, Casemiro,
What about Gabriel from
Vinicius. What?
What about Gabriel from Arsenal?
What's Gabriel?
from Arsenal.
What are we talking about now? We're talking about footballers.
Well, let's stick to the topic,
All
wallahi.
right, Diaz.
Azam,
Wallahi, look, I'm not too sure about Stones. That's why I don't.
No. Stones is a very, very good centre back. But if we're talking about who was starting with the two, we're best out of the both. Yeah, we can't. Stones is not in that
I
conversation.
think Abdullah won me over with that Alaba take. Wallahi, Azam.
But
How he can play, man, he gives you more.
But he scores a lot of goals.
And you're not gonna expect him to be the main defender of the pair when Diaz is
When
there.
Diaz
as
is
well.
there,
So
yeah.
I think Stones is the best Everton player ever after Wayne Rooney. Like
That's not a bad
have a
shout.
point, Wallahi.
Wallahi.
Everton are
You thought that was
And
gonna
he
go.
scores a lot of headers
You thought
too.
that was gonna be
A
a
lot of
horrendous
headers.
take. Yeah.
No, Wallahi, I think he's Wallahi.
No, wallahi, that's a good take.
I'm going Alaba. What are you saying? Alaba.
Go Alaba.
Alaba. Everybody.
Jack
Oh,
Rodwell.
we're going
All the
one.
niggas that went كذا.
Jacobo's playing here, isn't he?
West Sydney Wanderers.
West Sydney Wanderers, is it?
Alaba, right?
Alaba,
So
yeah.
Ruben Diaz and Alaba. All right, let's move into the midfield. We've got three there.
I got my.
Are we
pick
going?
already.
Do you guys want to go with
That
one,
my easiest?
with one holding?
One holding and two 1-8, 1-10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go all.
Let's go with the holding for now.
I'll go quickly my one, bro.
This is a tough
I'll
one.
go. I'll go Rodri as my holding. I'll go Modric and I'll go De Bruyne in front of them.
Casemiro instead of Rodri.
No. One holding, right?
Yeah.
Let's pick one for holding.
Nah,
Casemiro, of course.
that Abdullah, that is a big argument
If
right
we're
there.
just talking the
Rodri
holding-
or Casemiro.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That's a big
It
argument.
has to be Casemiro. Muhammad, remember when Rodri first came to Man City and you were like, oh my God.
Allah,
That's what I'm saying.
Allah, you remember that?
Yeah, you were like to me,
Wallahi, I'm not
this
gonna lie.
nigga is so slow.
This guy,
He can't
when he first
run.
came Hassanin,
Yeah.
I thought this guy was our worst signing.
But watching
And
him
do
play
you
now,
know-
I
no,
think he's a
but
gun,
do you know?
bro.
Do you, no, but you know why?
Because you know what, Abdullah, we had Fernandinho in that position. This guy, they were talking about him. He's gonna take Fernandinho's
still not
shoes.
good defensively.
No, wallahi he's proved for me that he is.
He
Wallahi.
looks better now because Man City are much more dominant.
He's
No,
being
no,
carried.
Abdullah.
He's being carried.
No,
Just say it.
no, well, Abdullah.
He's a passenger.
No, wallahi, he's not a
The
passenger. He's
biggest
a-
passenger.
No. He's not a passenger at all.
He's a passenger, first class passenger. Come on.
I love that.
He doesn't score goals. He doesn't play make. He doesn't do nothing.
No,
Just
no,
plays.
wallah.
The piece of shit scored against Arsenal in the last second. Like,
Yeah, wallah, defensively, Abdullah, he puts in a shift on the ball. He's very good. He's better than Casemiro on the ball.
If
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Wallah,
That's
he's-
a real argument.
Defensively, Casemiro's better.
I think if you take Rodri out of that team and put Busquets, who can do the same job, just passing.
Abdullah, you can even play in that team.
Gives you nothing defensively.
Abdullah,
Busquets
you-
gives you absolutely nothing.
You know how to pick a
Nothing
shit player. For
So that
example.
then you can't compare them to Abdullah together.
No, I'm
Rodri
saying
gives you a lot
wouldn't make a
defensively.
difference because Rodri doesn't give you anything defensively.
No, he does, wallahi.
That's what I'm saying.
No, and I
Wallahi,
know
makes
that's what
no
you're saying.
difference.
I'm saying no way,
It makes
wallahi.
no
Rodri, wallahi,
difference.
especially in
Casemiro
Greece.
gets at people like someone is going to attack. He runs at them, takes them out.
Let's at least try and sound consistent when we're doing the top 10 midfielders. Everybody was talking about Casemiro as being the best defensive midfielder in the world.
Exactly right.
No, what Rodri's name was
No,
not even
all of,
mentioned.
no, all of us, Bahad Azam.
All of us.
We're talking about Kante and him. Nobody mentioned
No,
Rodri.
no.
Thank you,
But the
Azam.
option,
Thank you, Azam.
the only reason I didn't mention it is not because I don't think highly of him. It's because
Kante was going to win that one regardless.
regardless, and
But
Makaleli,
the next
and
one
Makaleli,
everybody thought of was Casemiro.
no,
the
Azam,
current
not
players.
really, wallah, not really. Azam, there was so many other great people in that position. That's why it's not because I don't rate him that highly. It's because Makaleli, you got Kante, you got so many
Mohammed,
options in front of him. When we're talking about the greatest.
Dagiga. If you're in a team, I'll answer this as an Arsenal fan. In a team that always gets counter-attacked against, and it's like you're holding your breath when the other team wins the ball in that transition period, when the team wins the ball and they're attacking us, I would rather have Casemiro than Rodri because Casemiro has more of the legs. But you guys are saying Edison only works in that system. Rodri can only play for Man City, for Barcelona, for
Or he'll get exposed.
Spain,
Yeah.
or he'll get found out.
Yeah.
Very easy to get found out.
Because you just put it in one scenario.
That's a defensive midfielder. That's their job in that transition period. That's a defensive midfielder.
Abdullah,
That's their
no,
job.
but what about
doesn't make any mistakes.
No. But what about when the other team has the ball? They're trying to play out the back. Rodri presses. No, but Rodri presses very hard.
Hey, where did
You're the
Where-
one
where-
that
where did
says
Rodri- where
that
did
the
Rodri come
player
from?
should do their job
Rodri.
first. From Atletico Madrid.
Where did he come from?
Atletico Madrid, I think.
Anyhow. I think
from,
Mohammed, you're
no,
alone in this one. Anyways,
How am I alone, but we'll put it to a vote.
Let's end it.
Does everybody think?
That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, like there's still Madrid fans here. I know they're gonna go.
It's over, bro.
Like,
It's over.
and Hassan طبعا whatever he is بس he gets convicted.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
والله. That's a good point والله.
Mohammed, you disagree because it's your team.
Perfect time, Mohammed.
He's the passenger today. Allah today.
Anyways,
That's
boys.
the point والله.
Because I said, well, I didn't think
You knew you moved yourself to the side anyway.
I read the play earlier. Mohammed, who'd you pick? Rodri? With Rodri. No. I think I'll go Casemiro.
Idris,
How many Champions League, bro?
Hold on.
Yeah, well, this is not a lifetime achievement award. This
Come on, I'm
is-
gonna lose.
This is who's playing this week.
let's-
I'm gonna
Yes.
lose
Let's
regardless. I'm gonna lose regardless because everybody. So Casemiro, whatever. I'm gonna go with it.
Casemiro. All right. Let's do the 8 right
The
now.
other two pick themselves. Azam. They pick themselves. Wallah, the other two pick themselves.
Wallahi, if De Bruyne's name,
Modric and De Bruyne.
if Modric and De Bruyne,
It has to be. There isn't. ما في كلام.
Hassan, عارف والله, if you don't pick De Bruyne, that means you just.
هقول لك فالفيردي مش ولا اسمه
You know what, but Kaminga.
I forgot.
Kaminga.
Don't get me started on Cruz.
Abdullah Hassan gonna break his fast. He's gonna break his fast on Abdullah.
I tell you what. Yaki, do you remember the Germany game when Toni Kroos scored the free kick? Do you think KDB is capable of doing that? No.
100%.
Absolutely not, bro.
Did you see Kevin De Bruyne's free kick against Chelsea?
No way. And crosses too. He crosses very good corners.
Bruyne has got the best.
You're sounding very delusional.
Foot.com that you are going to.
You know every
He can make the ball
attribute,
deep.
every attribute that he just mentioned, De Bruyne can do that 10 times
way,
better.
no way.
Wallahi,
That's
he
so
can.
true. Wallah.
Wallahi,
And more.
he hits the ball. He crosses the ball.
Set pieces? No way.
No.
You can't even compare the two.
Because De Bruyne doesn't even need a set piece to put a nice ball in.
I tell you
He's
something,
when he's on the ball on the pitch, he does it.
The only thing that Kroos is lacking at the moment is like athleticism, you know.
And what
He's
is always.
been lacking that since the day he started playing football. What are you talking about? You know what I think of Cruz? He's Granit Xhaka in a good team. That's all he is. He's Granit Xhaka in
Granit
a
Xhaka's
good
good player, bro. You
team.
better
No,
know
he's
he's
not.
good.
That nigga's trash. Wallahi, Mohamed El Neni put in the biggest performance and showed him how to
Against
play
Chelsea.
midfield against Chelsea.
While he's wearing an Egyptian top, of course.
Yeah, wallahi. My guy El Neni.
Yeah.
Wallahi, that guy 10 times
Let's talk
better
about
than
Xhaka. If you want
Xhaka.
to compare Xhaka now.
Cause you know,
He's such an ass.
you know,
No way.
you know how you guys got Camavinga now. Camavinga, I'd rather have Camavinga 10 years ago than have Cruz. Wallah.
Yeah, wallah, I'm with you.
Wallah Azim, I'd rather have.
I'm with you. You can never overestimate.
This is another one that's gonna get so much hate from people.
Wallah, Cruz.
You can never overestimate how important athleticism is in midfield.
Yeah,
and
wallah.
unless you played there and you feel slow or that you can't get there.
That's why he gets substituted.
Yeah,
But he can't do the job unless your team is dominating the ball. He can't do the job. Wallah, he can't.
He can hold the position for good
the
70
same
minutes.
thing that I said about Rodri in a team that gets exposed. Tony Cruz looks like a championship player.
No way.
That's how shit he is.
Tony Cruz on another level.
Just
man.
get
First of all,
Wallahi,
Don't
Tony
forget-
Cruz is the most ineffective player I've ever seen in my
You should
life.
call Amir for this too. Actually, I already Cruz.
Something.
sleeping right now.
Tony Cruz. First of all, Tony Cruz. 4 Champions Leagues. We're not gonna talk about that until you guys don't mention that.
He's gonna get achievements. He's got achievements.
That's okay. World Cup winner.
Yeah, in a good team that I was in.
And he was in the starting 11 in all these teams.
and that's the only point where I have to agree with him. Like
Yes.
he can't, like he's always starting 11 man, and
Yeah, but you argued against Ozil for that.
on great teams.
You argued against Ozil.
because
for that.
also the talent's there, but he's
No, he was starting 11 for that German team.
He was.
But why?
He was.
But why is he a starting?
He was starting
eleven?
11
Why?
in the 2010 World Cup.
Because there was not a good player for them to replace him with. Wallah Azim. Now they got Camavinga. Wallah, I don't even look at him twice.
No.
I tell you why.
The most ineffective player. Wallah.
Finish it off so we can move on from this player.
I'll finish it off quickly. 3 midfielders in Madrid, they don't need to be instructed at all by any coach. Doesn't matter who comes in. Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric. They never need to be instructed.
And you know who's the passenger out of them three?
Wallahi,
It's
Tony
not a
Cruz.
passenger,
No,
wallah.
He's the passenger, wallahi.
Azam, let's move on. Let's
We
move
all
on.
agree that Kroos is better than KDB.
Bruyne and Modric.
this is
Luka Modric and Kevin De Bruyne. Is there an argument? Just want to check this name. Is there an argument for Gundogan?
yeah, that he's not.
At all? Haram عليك والله العظيم. He's actually.
You know what, Azam?
Last year he
There's
was
only one
immaculate.
argument. If they
Last year.
No, wallah,
You know
Azam, you
what?
know who I thought about from Man City?
Bernardo Silva.
That's
That's
who I
good
thought
shout,
about.
wallah.
But
That's the front three though. He can play
Yeah.
there. as well.
He's in the front. I agree, wallahi.
Front three, I reckon.
But Modric can do like 10 times what Bernardo Silva, and they're very similar players in terms of the keeping the ball close to their feet. Can play as an 8, as a 6. Like we said, he's a whole midfielder. But Gundogan, if I was to put a replacement, like had one of them been injured, for example, I would put Gundogan.
Yeah, he's ahead of Cruz.
Gundogan last year had a great season.
Abdullah Cruz, Bernardo Silva,
I'm
and Gundogan ahead of
I'm
Cruz.
talking to this
Why
guy.
are you even bringing that
I'm
guy up,
talking
bro?
to this geezer.
2 players ahead of
That
Cruz.
guy from the YouTube comments is gonna come.
Wallah,
for
you guys have no idea.
gonna come for you
Abdullah,
and
do you know how many people in the world rate this guy? Wallah al-Azim.
Wallahi,
guys understand or lie?
Azam, if we were to have backups, there's Bernardo Silva, there's Gundogan, there's Rodri, there's all these players.
No. But
Cruz-
this is
Cruz
what I
would
say
be
about
low,
Cruz.
wallahi.
Anyone can make that long 40-yard pass. I can do it.
No.
With no pressure.
No,
Wallah, I can do it.
No, wallah.
Wallahi
No,
al-Azim.
No way. No way.
I thought the only thing you could do is 1.5 meter passes to the side, receive it and go outside again.
No.
They're dinking and dunking, but
No, but with no pressure on the ball, most football players, most soccer players, you see them all before the warm-up, they're keeping it up from like 40 yards apart from each other. They can all hit that long pass. Everyone's just like, whoa, long pass. That's the only thing he's got. That's the only thing he's got. If you watch him play, where does he pick up the ball from the centre backs? يجي يقعد معاهم تحت هنا where the left back was. When the left back goes forward, he comes here where there's no pressure. He's not in the middle where the action happens, where Modric and Kevin De Bruyne do the job.
That's exactly what he needs to be then.
No, and when you see
Exactly what he needs to be.
and
It's not an easy way out.
And when
It's not
he-
an easy way out. I tell you something. When they lose the ball, when they lose every single time,
Wallah is right.
When they lose the ball-
he's
when
putting
they
that
lose the
position,
ball-
he's always lacking. He's always
He's not
always
lucky.
behind.
When they lose the ball, I tell you something. When
behind
Madrid
the
loses
eight
the
ball,
ball,
always.
when Casemiro's up front, Kroos will be at the back. When Kroos is at the back, at the front, Casemiro will be at the back. Because when they lose the ball, they need that one midfielder that sees what's happening and makes the ball and makes the decision.
But that's not
where
the
the ball
reason
goes
why
to.
Cruz drops deep. That's not the reason. It's to protect himself, cuz. It's to protect himself.
والله عبد الله اسمع اتكلم عن لاعب كان يلعب في بايرن ميونخ والفريق اللي فيه كله نجوم اوكي ما تقول لي بايرن ميونخ ما كان عندهم لعيبه وما كان عندهم بايرن ميونخ عايز يجيب لعيبه كان يجيبوا اوكي بايرن ميونخ واللاعب في الجيرماني تيم حق الورد كاب ولعب دقيقه ولعب في ريال مدريد له كم سنه 7 سنوات 8 سنوات في ريال مدريد
صار 11
دقيقه ايوه دقيقه حلو دقيقه اصبر كرات طويله يلعب لكن نتكلم عن لاعب جيب لي لاعب في العالم حسي 6 أو 7 كرات عشان تمسك وتقول لي والله كرات طويله ما اعرف شنو اي واحد يقدر يعملها جيب لي لاعب يعملها 7 مرات في الجيم و8 مرات في الجيم اوكي ويعني زي ما يقول لك يلقى حلول للفريق اكثر.
طيب you see how much I talk shit about Rodri
المباراة اللي تلقى فيها مودريتش ما يلعب كويس، تلقى فيها كروس يلعب كويس.
And he scores from outside the box.
What Abdullah is saying, Mohammed, what Abdullah is saying is
Cruz.
Cruz in all the other attributes of a midfielder that you require. He's lacking the A ball. And when you want to be at an elite level, يعني, in terms of what we're going to put in our lineup, you have to have your pressing, your defensive, especially where he plays. He's not just an attacking hua. He's like a Henderson, for example. Pressing. He's there.
He's supposed to be box to box.
And let me tell you this.
انا ما قاعد اتكلم عن اللاين اب، انا ما قاعد اتكلم عن اللاين اب والكومبايند.
انت قاعد تتكلم عن لاعب.
انا اتكلم عن كروس براو ويقول لي اذا شيء بلاير.
دقيقة محمد. طيب انت حسي you named all the teams that he's played for. Every single team is a big team that dominates possession, which proves my point. That's the type of player that he is. Defensively ما يديك but going forward when the team dominates the ball and he's not even dominates the ball يعني في الزحمة, he's never in the middle where the action is.
Because that's why he needs to be at the back behind the زحمة.
No, that's not how it works. I watch Arsenal every week. That's what Granit Xhaka does. To look good, you come deep, you get the ball, you knock a long one. It's the same.
قال because Casemiro is always attacking. Good time because Cruz is not doing. Because Cruz is not doing his job.
At the back, you will never see both of them at the back.
Because Cruz is not doing his job.
Never, ever.
If Casemiro didn't need to do that if Cruz is doing his job.
No,
But he has to attack and he has to do his defensive duties.
He's better. He's quicker. That's why this guy stays at the back. This guy goes up front easy.
تعرف يقول لك عبد الله، يقول لك هو في ريال ما يحتاج يعمل كده، وفي ميونخ ما كان عنده فريق كويس وجاي من فريق كويس.
Why is he picked? Yeah. Why is it him?
Who?
Why is it Tony Cruz that's game picked playing these teams?
Yeah, like
Allah.
He's just a lucky player in a lucky time.
والله عزام that's a good question والله.
No, والله he's good enough to be in there.
He's playing tahajjud every night ولا شنو؟
والله بجد عزام.
والله Allah writes something like this for Tony Cruz and writes something like this for Granit Xhaka. They're the same, but
We'll let the comments answer this one.
Look, the way that we're disrespecting him is way too much. Okay,
No,
he's not good enough to be in the combined side that we're putting together right now. But he's not like a championship player that you're saying, bro.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
wallahi.
something. The biggest mistake Guardiola has ever made in his entire life is swapping Cruz for Xabi Alonso, for a retired Xabi Alonso.
والله Xabi Alonso does that and better come out.
At retirement age.
You comparing that guy to Xabi Alonso, bro?
Anyhow,
Wait,
so our midfield is KDB, Luka Modric, and what's his name?
Toni
Casemiro.
Kroos.
Why not mad at all? That's a fire midfield. wallah.
Casemiro.
Fire.
All right, let's move to the top three. Okay,
There's one position that's
that's 100% given.
come on.
Khalas, easy.
We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk, huh? You wanna do the honors?
I don't have to do the honors. I don't have to do it. Everybody knows. We all know.
The Benz, huh?
It's Benzema, bro.
Benzema,
Easy.
number 9. All right. So
Do we need to say why? ولا
I think خلاص. It speaks for
Greatest
itself.
player of all time, huh?
Even the
all
wingers,
time.
wallah, Azam, even the wingers, I don't think there's an argument, wallah. On
Okay,
each side.
let's get into the wingers. Let's
One
start on the
side,
right.
I think everyone is gonna agree on.
Let's start on the right.
Easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's start on the right.
Yeah.
Mahrez.
Absolutely not. Valverde.
That sounded funny, yeah?
Hey, you know what, about? You know what, about? That guy been playing in that position? Fire, wallah. Fire.
He's fire, bro.
Yeah, he's
Fire.
gonna be a good midfielder.
He's gonna be a very good midfielder.
And he's
that
playing
guy.
as a winger now.
That guy is an unbelievable player, wallah.
And let's not forget Rodrigo, bro.
Mahrez, Champions League. Bizarre Champions League.
Rodrigo.
He has been.
Yeah, but that front three was easy.
But even in the backup, if we're talking about backup, most of
Rodrigo.
the backups coming from City, wallah. Even if we're gonna have backups, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva,
What about
Sterling.
Rodrigo? Our Rodrigo, bro.
Sterling.
Rodrigo number 1.
Sterling's better than
The
Rodrigo.
guy who
wallah.
scored the goal for
Rodrigo, I heard about him. I heard about him just recently.
Wallah, your Real Madrid fans are more sick than I ever thought. Wallah.
I tell you, wallah, شفت Rodrigo ده? This guy
Wallahi.
Rodrigo, when he crosses the ball to Benzema,
So they see, they just
it's
bias.
a sensation, والله العظيم to watch.
They just love their players.
تعرف, you just tell him where do you want the ball, and he doesn't over kick the ball. Nothing. It's perfect. It's not overpowered. Nothing. Guess exactly what he is.
You know, my boy.
That finish against what's the name against Chelsea or something?
It's clean.
Wallahi, that was a
was
beautiful
good.
finish.
That was
very
good,
clean
huh?
wallahi, on the ball.
But you know what's
The
better?
cleanest.
The ball from Modric was much better.
The ball's out of this world.
But you know who would break it to this lineup if they were fully fit, without not even blink of an eye, wallah? The boy Hazard, wallah.
Let's not forget Gareth Bale because he's gonna
That
play
boy
the final.
is not
and gonna score
finished.
again.
Wallahi, I didn't even think about him.
Gareth
Wallahi.
Bale, Gareth Bale.
Qasam billah, it didn't even cross
Come
my
on,
mind.
bro.
He's
Come on,
gonna
bro.
play.
That guy,
Wallahi azim.
so sad, wallah. That guy, wallah, he was walking.
Because that guy, he's lost his pace and lost his whole game.
Nah, I don't think he lost his pace.
he needs to play as a 10, I think, wallahi. One
He
time.
plays.
He got
plays
injured,
out wide,
that's why.
bro.
He needs to.
At Chelsea, Belgium, he's
Abdallah, he
playing
needs
out
to-
wide and he kills it every time, bro.
You should have cut that. You should have said he needs to play, and that's it. That's all he needs to do.
That number 7
Stop
shirt
playing, bro.
is cursed. Wherever Ronaldo goes and takes the number 7 shirt, when he leaves, no one can replace it, bro. That's why Manchester United, this is what happens here at Real Madrid. It's never going to be replaced.
Are we talking
What
about?
about
We're
you,
going to talk
Vini?
about substitutes.
No,
The whole team is good now.
So what are we saying? What are you saying, boys?
Yeah, that front three, bro. Mahrez.
No. The right hand side. I'm
Mahrez.
going Mahrez.
Mahrez. Then you got number 9. There's no talk about that. And then left Vinicius,
left
bro.
side.
Vinicius. I have Vinicius, but wallahi, it can be argued Sterling too. I know no one's gonna
Don't even
agree.
start.
Wallahi, it can be argued.
Don't even start.
Over Vinicius Mohammed? Miss me.
Wallahi, it can be argued.
Wallahi, no way.
Vinicius, what he has to his game is, he's a very good dribbler. You know what I mean? With his feet, he's very good.
quicker too.
But Sterling, no, he's not quicker than Sterling. He's not quicker than Sterling.
Why
Sterling can
quicker?
use his pace. He can get past any player. Wallahi.
Vinicius
Wallahi,
is way faster.
no, wallahi, no way.
Way faster.
Wallahi, the
Quicker
way
by a
that
mile.
Vinicius has been playing lately, ya Allah, please.
But I tell you something, the only reason he's
'Cause
been so
Wallah,
effective
Sterling's
right
been-
now is because of Benzema. Benzema is there, he's instructing him.
that-
La wallahi.
Guys, the
Sterling, wallahi,
Because of Benzema.
La wallahi, I tell you.
What?
But I'll
Benzema
take-
is out there. He's
No, he's not out there actually. He's not out there. He's always right next to him, close to him, telling him what to do exactly, where to go.
I'll
where
take
to
Vinicius
go.
anyway. No,
Wallahi, give him
Benzema's player and coach قلت لك.
Oh, wallahi,
play
can-
and coach for Vinicius because I remember the game recently when we played against Barcelona. I don't want to talk about this, yani. Like Benzema didn't play, and Vinicius was like bullied, and he was by himself. He didn't actually know. He was lost. 4-0. I lost Sol, yeah. So
You know, he can have time
He's
when
still
he's
in
shocking,
development,
bro.
you know. Last year he couldn't shoot.
He can have.
This year, like, you know,
He can have
he's
time
more
where
accurate,
he's
he's a lot
shocking like
better.
him, Vinicius. He can have time where he's not in the game whatsoever.
No,
Not
Benzema's
effective,
not
He's
there.
not doing
dangerous.
nothing.
If
in
Real
one
Madrid
moment-
go all the way,
In one moment, he can change the whole game, that guy,
yeah.
bro.
I was just gonna say, if Real Madrid go all the way, he's gonna be a big part.
Hey, boys, also, if Benzema, which I think my prediction is, I reckon Benzema's going to have I reckon he's going to score at least probably 3 goals. in
Over
this
the
game.
2 legs,
Over
yeah.
the 2 legs.
Let's keep it to the end of the video, your whole predictions. But this, the
talking
other player, hold up. The other player that we didn't even cross our mind.
Gasbet, bro.
No, Jack Grealish. We didn't even consider him.
Of course, he
Azam?
shouldn't be considered. Aslan.
Azam, wallahi
At all.
Azim.
He shouldn't be
This one
considered.
is mush crickets. This one, shufta, wallahi, you actually thought you had a point there.
No, I didn't.
shocking
No, like,
suggestion.
I'm just
wallah.
asking the question.
but
Azam?
They're gonna go like, oh,
Yeah.
ها بس عامر دراجون بول زي بس انا والله
No, I'm just checking the name.
عزام
والله.
والله Grealish he would fight to be in my substitutes.
Yeah, I think
Wallahi
he makes
Azim.
subs, wallahi.
Match day squad ذاته ما في كاز.
والله
What are you
العظيم.
talking about?
This
This
is
is
from a
crowd
city,
with the ownership because they're watching upstairs.
this is from a city fan.
Wallahi.
Azam. Wallahi, he was the biggest waste of money I have
Publicity
ever seen in
stunts.
my life. Wallahi,
them شيوخ at Manchester City need to ask Allah for forgiveness.
والله we
مش
should
إن
have.
المبذرين كانوا إخوان الشياطين.
Yeah,
That's تبذير
والله.
والله. 100 million on that nigga.
Then guy, we should have
Wallah,
kept the
I'm
money.
sorry.
We should have
How
got
much did they pay
Haaland.
for him? 100 million?
100 million.
Unbelievable.
million.
Biggest
waste,
I remember
wallahi.
in the last game, the only reason I remember is when Savage grabbed his hair like this, pulled him like a little dog.
Wallahi, didn't even cross our mind. I did.
Cause Azam, because
You know, Azam, if you brought like, if you said Sterling, if you said
No.
it would have been oh.
I'm not trying to get your reaction. I'm just saying, like, the guy
Shocking.
is like not even a consideration.
Shocking.
he won't even come off the bench.
You won't come off the bench.
was
Azam can't
some-
break into our lineup, bro.
He was, wallahi, I don't understand why
Why?
they signed
Yeah, I
him.
do now. Ain't nobody.
why
can
they
know.
got
Because
him.
he's popular, that's why.
I still don't know.
You know how many players?
When Guardiola leaves at the end of the year, whoever's next coach will play him.
Yeah, he's that
Yeah.
type of player, kid. After
Wallah,
life.
wallah.
And not because he's good or anything. He'll be like Van de Beek, for example, for when that United coach
Now, please,
comes in.
let's not talk
he's
about
gonna play
United,
him, wallah.
please. Let's not talk about United at all, wallahi azim.
No, but I'm saying to Hassan's point, he was one of a coach who will fit into his system or something like that. He will take something like that. But in terms of his pure ability, no way he will ever.
The only way he shines is if he's the main player in the team. And there's a lot of players like that. That's why he was shining at Aston Villa. Yeah. But besides that, if he's in a team full of superstars like this, he can't.
Hey, Foden's overrated, bro.
Nah, don't even.
Wallahi, he's overrated.
Wallahi al-Azim,
I'm
you are
watching
sick.
him lately.
Overrated, yes, but he's good.
Wallahi, he's overrated.
No
I'm not
way,
saying he's
no
a shit
way,
player.
wallahi.
I'm not saying he's a shit player, but Wallahi, he's overrated.
Hassanin, that's one English player that
He's the
doesn't
best
apply to
English
him,
player,
wallahi.
yeah.
That
Wallahi,
player-
Azim, because you have Aaron Lennon, but
Nah, but what are you talking about, man?
he's never a career like him.
That's
Watch.
shocking, bro. He's already done a lot more than him. Because what are you talking about?
Did he compare him to Lennon?
Lennon,
Yeah.
imagine that.
This guy's cooked.
That's a horrible take. Anyway,
Because this guy keeps on getting credit and keeps on delivering. Wallah, he's one of those English players.
let's-
He will live up to his
let's
expectations.
pick that left winger.
Like Maguire.
So who are we going for here?
Vinicius.
Vinicius, Sterling, Mohammed. What are you saying?
I'll go with Vinicius. I'll go with
I'm
Vinicius.
gonna go with
But
Vinicius
what
as
I'm
well,
saying is, yeah, it can be, this point it can be argued. Wallah, it's not like a cut clean. like
Yes,
Mahrez
we
on the
can
other
argue
side.
this one.
It can be
No,
argued.
the
Wallah.
form that Vinicius is in right now.
Yeah, but Guardiola been playing Sterling out of position, wallahi.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of contributing
He hasn't
factors
been
to
playing him too.
why Sterling, and he hasn't even been playing him, wallahi, most games. There's been a contributing factor to why Sterling
And we
hasn't-
know why, huh?
hasn't been
We know why
continuing.
Sterling's not playing.
But wallahi, overall, Azam, if we're talking
We know.
if we're doing recent, like, you know, with the Vinicius. But overall, wallahi, this can be an argument.
Azam,
But I don't want to
how
argue
many-
because
how many
no one's
players
going
do
to
you
back
have?
me up on this
What do you
one.
mean, Mike?
Like each.
Combined 11.
No, I'm saying each now so far. Like how many Madrid and
And we've had
All right, let's
Yeah,
this,
three
this,
players.
this is our combined lineup. Starting from the back, going to the front. We got Courtois in goal, Kyle Walker right back, Ruben Diaz and David Alaba centre backs, Cancelo left back, Casemiro holding, KDB and Luka Modric, and then like wide we've got Mahrez, Benzema, and then Vinicius on the other side. It's like time.
You know what? You know what that list says about Wallah? Most of the players that are on that HSMO, the experience is just undeniable. Yani in their position, there's certain positions. Alaba, Casemiro. When you talk and they're like undoubtedly good in their positions. They've had the experience and they're all class in what they do. You know what I mean? But in terms of
Who's going to win the game, Mohammed?
you know what, Wallah? It's gonna be a very. I'm gonna do your. I'm not gonna give my sick
Etihad.
opinions, Wallah.
Yeah. That's why
It's
it's
gonna
going to
be-
be
it's
a
gonna be a
boring game because
very-
we don't want to win that game.
it's gonna be a
But we will win it anyways.
It's gonna be a
We're
very
going to win
good.
regardless.
It's gonna be a very good game. The only way we're gonna go down in this game is if we choke the way PSG choked. That's the only way this game kept. This game is this way. That's the only way we're
Real
gonna-
Madrid went to Paris and just defended. Do you think they're going to do the same here?
دي المشكلة.
If they do that, I think these guys
كمان-
will.
If we go to the
defended for a reason,
Bernabeu,
Lakin.
if we go to the
We defended for a
Bernabeu,
reason. Because we didn't need to win. There's no away goal advantage.
no, but the same. Yeah, he's right, Wallah. If we go to Bernabeu, we will. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, Wallah, we'll
I
be
tell
on the
you,
front
there's only
foot.
one reason because I think Man City won't be able to do nothing in that game because Cancelo's not playing. He's the most dangerous player in Man
I don't
City
know if that's
at the
confirmed
moment.
yet. I think Walker. No, he's
No,
gonna
he's
play.
not. He's
He
suspended.
played against Liverpool.
I think he's suspended.
No. The only no, they already failed to score. They'll be on the front foot in terms of pressing. They'll do a high press. They'll look dangerous going forward. The only reason I'm saying this game will change, we go to the Bernabeu, we defend, so we don't like we did against Atletico Madrid, and we don't play any way that we usually play. The Madrid fans get behind the Madrid
They're
team
gonna wait
like
for
they
you
did
outside,
with
outside
PSG,
Bernabeu,
and they'll beat us that way.
outside the
And they'll
hotel,
beat us that way,
on the
wallahi.
way.
But in terms
They're
of
gonna be
football on
Madrid
the
fans every
pitch,
single way you go.
if football on the pitch, wallahi, City
I
will
think
dominate.
City need to get at least a 2-goal lead in the first leg.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Otherwise,
Don't,
That-
if we
It's a bit
comfortably
tough.
beat them the first leg, we get like a 2-0, 3-0 lead, and we close it there. That's the only way we can do it. Yeah, that's the only way we can win the game. But if we get out of Etihad still, and the game is still in the air, then I'll be a bit
I was
shaky.
very surprised, wallahi. If you're talking choking, I don't think they're gonna choke because no, I don't think so because they against Atletico Madrid that was a hostile environment. They didn't.
It
choke.
was a hostile environment. If we defend,
and they didn't choke there, bro.
Do you want my City?
No, we didn't choke. We didn't choke.
Not at all.
That's a good point, Azam, wallahi.
Man City are gonna roll over them, bro.
Speak to the mic.
you reckon?
Yeah, wallah. I can Madrid are gonna roll over them. Wallahi. And that's Man City. I can Man City are gonna roll over them. I can Man City gonna give them 3-0 in the first game, 3-1 in the second game.
Wallah, Azam, that's a good point.
good
We
talent.
demonstrated.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, with
demonstrated
Na-
that very
with
well
Nathan
against
playing at the
Atletico
back,
Madrid.
yeah.
Wallahi.
That's what I was gonna say to
actually reckon,
Hassanin.
but Man City's gonna lose in the end. Like the Champions League. I think they're gonna win the Champions League. But this game, I think they're gonna roll over Madrid.
Because what I was gonna say to Hassan, if Man City were able to break through Atletico's defense and Atletico no striker, no winger, nothing, I think a solid Real Madrid team would still want to play on the counter. So حيتعبوا, and I think they're gonna.
I'm
concede.
gonna
But
make a
Azam,
point.
but
I'm
Azam
gonna
made a
make
good point.
I'll tell you
Abdullah.
why. I want to make a confession. Actually. I think overall, Man City players individually have more abilities than Real Madrid players.
That's
That's
a
all
big
I do.
confession coming from you.
It's a big confession, wallahi.
That's a big confession coming from
But I
you,
tell you why-
but
I
that's
tell you-
a
I tell
but that's
you-
a fact. But everybody knew that already.
I tell you
yeah.
what, I can tell you there's two reasons why we're gonna win this game. First of all, Real Madrid players, they've been playing together for a long time and they trust each other. They don't overnight.
Which goes back to
They
the
trust
experience.
each other.
Back to the experience.
No, no,
yeah.
And they've been in some tough games together.
They've
Big
been
games
in some
together.
tough games and they've been like last year we've been in the semi-final. Don't forget, Tiny. And before that we won 3. I'm not gonna say it, Tiny. And we've been performing.
wants to say it.
We're more confident and we're more used to these types of highly pressured game. You know what I mean? big games, and we're used to it. It's nothing for us. Big game, small game, it's all the same.
But going back to
And one more thing,
Let him finish.
and the same point, and that's just those players because they're playing together, they all hold their positions. You don't see Benzema going back. You don't see any kind of informalities, randomness. You don't see that. It's a very structured team, which is my second point. And Real Madrid is a very structured team, and Guardiola always, every single time, struggles against structured team. If you see the games that he lost this year,
can be argued. Atletico it's a one game thing. At the final, it's a pressure, and then he starts changing the formation.
Check all the games that Guardiola has lost this season. They've lost against Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira. They've lost against Conte.
Hold on.
No, I didn't do my
No,
research.
I'm going to
because
destroy
I know-
that point, Wallah.
No, you're not going to destroy it.
Wallahi, there's not the more structured team than Atletico Madrid. When it
No,
comes to,
it's not.
especially defensively.
Real Madrid-
They hold
Atletico's
their
not-
ground. No. They hold their ground.
I'm not talking about
Each
that.
player.
I'm not talking about that.
No, but you're saying especially this year too. This
I'm not
past
talking
game,
about- you know what
Atletico
I'm
Madrid.
talking-
There's
when
not.
I'm talking
there's
about
more
structure, I mean, a fullback is always a fullback. A fullback won't be attacking.
which
It's
is
not like Liverpool.
Atletico Madrid.
No, Man City is not like that.
No,
Man
I think
City is not
Atletico Madrid
structured.
is like that.
Man City is
Atletico
only structured
Madrid
at
is
the
like
back.
that.
You're saying Pep Guardiola struggles against structured
As a
teams.
structured
Yeah,
team.
structured
He's
team.
talking
I'm
about
talking
Atletico
about
Madrid being
being
very structured.
It's not structured team.
defensively.
It's not a structured team.
No, it
The
is
way
a-
they played in the
What?
first half and the first leg is not the same way they played in the second leg.
That's true.
No,
Yeah.
but they got beat in the first leg.
They got beat in the first
They
leg.
got
guys.
beaten because they didn't want to attack. They just defended.
No, but that's a structured setup, Hassan. That's why. But you know what, Hassan? Sorry, I was going to say a point that City, for me, City is going to go all the way this year for one reason. I'm saying they're going to win the Champions League for me because one reason that I was telling Hassan this, I think it was last week, I was saying that especially that performance against Atletico Madrid, the way they didn't choke and they hold their ground, they usually lose those kind of games. The fact that they held their ground in a hostile environment, like Azam mentioned before, it shows that they're ready for
They're
it.
They're
And
not ready.
they've got the necessary experience.
That's the
wallahi.
perfect
And they
example.
demonstrated it against.
How about
in
this?
that
How
game.
about the recent game against Liverpool? That's the last big game
Yeah.
that they played.
And they didn't win.
In the
And
first
they
half,
didn't win against
they got
Atletico too.
Absolutely.
They got. But that was a different. That
It's the
was a
same
different
argument that I'm
environment.
making. It's the same argument that I'm making.
He was. Wallah, he was.
And
First of all,
that wasn't Manchester City's strongest team.
It wasn't the strongest team. It wasn't the strongest team.
And
but
the keeper, that howler, bro.
yeah, bro.
Like,
What the
jeez.
hell was that, bro? Sadio
When your
Mane-
keepers doing that, you're gonna lose that game 100%.
Yeah.
They don't come back from the games like that.
Yeah, wallah. It was just shocking, man. And that keeper, I think that was his like first game, bro, and only game he's ever gonna play.
My point. Look at all the
Huh?
games that he lost this year. Against
Last
Crystal
game,
Palace,
wallah.
against Tottenham,
Shocking, bro.
against PSG, and he almost lost twice in against Liverpool when they made their comeback in the league, the Premier League.
Because
All domestic.
I thought Real Madrid live and die by Benzema, bro. And that's it. If they get Benzema out of the game,
Yeah,
they're out. Wallahi, man.
حس ريال مدريد
Like I tell you something, he's not gonna figure out what to do.
It's like
Guardiola. He's
PSG
just
when
gonna
they
push
it's like
in players
PSG when
there.
they played Madrid the first
He's
leg.
just gonna mix in players.
They
put-
locked down.
put Grealish
Although
there,
Benzema
put
was injured
Mahrez
that
there,
game,
put
but
everybody.
they locked him down. He didn't give a touchable ball, and Real Madrid was just nowhere to be found. But that's a good point, wallahi. That's a good point. Yeah, wallahi.
And that's all we need.
Probably agree with that too, Mush.
And that's all we need.
100% لكن
And another point when why we're gonna win this game.
لا
because-
لا ما
Too many points, man. Get on my face.
Benzema,
I like it.
his presence in the pitch is just on the pitch is just a threat.
If you ever see Benzema, you just start crying. Yeah?
Exactly right. He's just a threat by himself. Him being there is just a threat. He can score from your mistakes. He can score your headers. He can score from outside, but he can score from anywhere.
I want to ask a question.
Anywhere you want, he can score from.
I want to ask a question that a lot of pundits usually bring up, like when it comes to. No, nothing to do with that. But the actual
Had the
game.
argument
You know how Manchester City right now they got their eyes on two things: the Champions League and the league. And the league is quite tight. It's very tight right now. And Real Madrid on the other side, khalas, the league is finished.
3 more wins. That's it.
They're secured and they're done. Do you think something like that could play a factor in this game, especially the second leg? They're trying to play their players in both.
Rotate the squad and stuff like that. That's a good point.
I have a prediction, Wallah, yeah? Man City is not winning anything this year.
Thank you.
I really hope that that's the case. But what
that's why
I think,
Abdullah
I think,
hopes.
I think,
I don't hope that. I don't care.
I hope that, but I don't
this
know.
Man
I think they
City
can.
team is
I think
better.
even if they get knocked out of the Champions League, I think it won't
Nah.
derail their Premier League. I
This
think-
man,
They'll be able to hold on to both.
Liverpool's gonna win the quadruple, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Liverpool's squad now is
Yep.
so much stronger. Especially
And that Diaz,
they've got-
Diaz.
Because they have got 5 world-class strikers, Liverpool. 5. Oh, Majaneen. But Man City, I think Man City are just going to have
make that
to
point?
suffer through the next 2 weeks. Like, even if they play the same team, in the game, and then again in the Premier League, and then again in the they just have to do it.
And you know what?
They have
you
to.
know, City, one thing that's always been talked about us is that we have a lot of depth in our squad,
Nothing.
Really, when you look at it, wallahi, we do have depth, but in terms of quality, like,
No
it's
depth.
finished. It's finished. Liverpool have that depth, which is why I think that will help them more in every position. Us, we have depth, but we don't have quality depth. We have Grealish to look on. We have these type of players. For me,
Grealish, wallah.
Nah, it's not Grealish.
no,
It's not his
but
fault.
it's honest, especially when we're talking about Azam, Champions League level, trying to compete for the title. These type of players, we can't have this type. The only player that we do is Nathan Ake, wallahi, for me. That's the only
Off the bench, he's the only one that could do a job.
that
Now,
can
give-
cover that position.
Yeah,
and
but
Diaz.
I think Man City are capable of knocking Real Madrid out.
They will.
I really don't want them to. I really want Madrid to go through.
The biggest mistake that
Nah,
he
I
made
don't
this
want to,
year.
wallahi. I don't want to.
The biggest mistake that he ever made this year.
This is your
Guardiola.
final point,
The
khalas.
final point, wallahi.
Khalas.
Guardiola. He
Let
should
me finish it.
when they sold Aguero, he should have went and bought another striker. He should
But
have
that's
got a
what I said
striker.
before,
Doesn't
the
matter
money-
who he is.
the money that we
'Cause
spent on
he
Grealish.
only has one striker. Can you imagine like a big team competing for all
But
these?
that's what I was saying
Only
before.
Jesus.
That nigga's not a striker. He wastes 5 chances, puts one away. That's not a striker.
But the money that we spent on Grealish, because we should have just not got him and just bought Haaland.
Well, I should have got that guy from Aston Villa, what's his name?
Haaland.
The other
yeah.
guy.
But Haaland,
the
we'll get
striker.
more of him for,
What's his name,
for the money we're going to pay.
Oli.
Longevity, he's still young.
Oli something. Oli
Kane,
Watkins.
3 years.
They should have gotten that guy, wallahi. Wallahi, he's good. He's a good striker, wallahi.
For Manchester
Are you
City.
saying we
should
need
have
to get Oli Watkins?
Instead of Grealish, they should have gotten that guy, wallahi. He's a goal scorer, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
In a squad like City, he could have scored a lot of goals.
Only high point, wallahi, out of the
We can't-
the 10 points. It was meant to be
Mohamed
two-
Afa
it was
is
meant to
gonna
be-
today.
it was meant to be 2 points only. It turned out to be 11 points.
Hassanin have a domination today, man.
Today,
Mohamed Afa's prediction is the one I want to hear the most, wallahi.
والله كويكلي والله اول شيء ريال مدريد فريق ما مقنع والله صراحه يعني اول شيء شفنا جيم باريس لا ما
You want an honest opinion, go that side.
اسمع ما تقدر تقول ما تقول فريق زي ريال مدريد حيلعب زي قدام مان سيتي وتقول مثلا بنزيما اوكي بنزيما لاعب كبير وشال الفريق وكل حاجه لكن كانوا لاعب ون بلاي في ذا جيم بنزيما ما لعب كويس خلاص انتهى قدام باريس فريق الشوط الجيم الاول ما نتكلم عليه الجيم الثاني ريال مدريد تعبان وفي لحظه بس اعتقد انه الاكسبيرينس زي ما كنا نقول اكسبيرينس يمكن باريس شويه يعني ريال مدريد بس في اللحظه ذيك شال الجيم وفاز وجاب فيها جوال وفاز جيم تشيلسي شفنا كيف الفريق لعب الجيم الاول تشيلسي يعني كان تعبان وكنت اقول لكم تشيلسي هو ما لعب كويس الجيم الاول ما لعب كويس الجيم الثاني في ملعبك وقدام تشيلسي الفريق اللي ما قدر يلعب كويس تعبنا معاهم وكانوا حيشيلوا الجيم في لحظات حتى قدام باريس الهدف الاوفسايد
That's the only game that was convincing of Real Madrid as a team. That performance that they played against Chelsea, لما صاحبهم الوطا in Stamford Bridge, that was the only convincing run they've had in the Champions
That
League.
was because Chelsea was playing poorly, he's saying.
exactly
Chelsea were trash.
But I don't know, well, like Madrid was very elite too,
I'm gonna
Abdullah.
this guy to
But we
Real
can't
Madrid
take-
Ultras, bro.
But we can't take away from Madrid's eliteness, Abdullah, like, that game either.
That was such a good game, bro.
From Madrid, yeah?
لعب كويس
The eliteness, we can't take away from that. Although Chelsea was trash, you know what I mean? But he's right. The whole run, other than that game, Benzema, wallah, has been carrying that team, wallah. And this is the argument I've been making,
This is
wallah.
a very dismissive opinion, والله.
محمد والله لحسن تلعب قدام جيم I think
You danced around it nicely, wallahi.
no والله I think like
Say it with your chest.
3-1 3-2 for City والله City
Should we look at the past game like that they played in 2020? Manchester City won both games.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we had a flop
especially.
احنا. We had a flop احنا. That's why. We had a flop and we sold them, alhamdulillah.
That was
that
what?
day.
Bad
He
Real
sold the
Madrid
team
game.
and he's
Bad
been
Real
sold.
Madrid team. Who I'm sorry, check that team for
Of
Madrid.
course,
I wanna
he
see
sold
if they were
us
actually
that
good or
team
not.
that day and we sold them, alhamdulillah, after
Click
last
on
year.
and see who they had.
Varane.
Hold on, you're gonna tell us the lineup.
Yeah, that lineup for Manchester City, Manchester City vs Real Madrid in 2020: Courtois, Carvajal, Varane, Militao, Mendy. It's pretty much the same thing. Casemiro, Modric.
Yeah, Varane sold us that day, that's why.
Rodrigo, Benzema, and Hazard. But
He sold us that day, wallah. And he never recovered.
Hazard was
and
playing
he sold us,
too.
alhamdulillah.
that Hazard shouldn't have played, wallah.
Yeah, the Hazard shouldn't have played at all, bro.
Anyhow, prediction-wise, wallah, I feel like Manchester City is going to go through. This is my personal
Say, Afi, you're a lone wolf.
Of course I'm a lone wolf because I'm the only person who understands both teams يعني, in this table. unfortunately.
You don't understand. You haven't
you
spoke
think-
about
you
City
think
at all.
Real Madrid-
You're just doing your second opinions about
Because
Madrid.
of experience and players, and because of Guardiola.
Both legs, they're gonna-
Guardiola's going to make sure actually we get there.
They're gonna win both.
He's the one person who's going to make sure that we get there.
You think you're gonna win at Manchester City's ground?
Of course, Guardiola's going to make sure of it. Wallahi. I'm telling you right now.
Why? Because you beat Chelsea at their
No,
ground and
he
you
doesn't
think
know
you're gonna
what
the
to
same
do.
thing at our
He
ground?
doesn't know what to do. He's going to make 500 mistakes. Wallahi. You
This
watch
guy
him.
does not rate him.
Guardiola, because I know what mistakes he makes. Yani. All the time he just when you see a coach doing all 90 minutes doing this, wallahi, you know he's gonna lose the game. Watch Ancelotti, watch Conte, watch all these guys. They keep it quiet and they win.
Oh my god.
Zidane won 3 Champions League in a row, quietly. Wallahi, with his mouth shut. That's how you get a good.
His team was that good.
Too much, huh?
No, the team
He didn't even have to say anything.
Wallah, they actually
He
leaked.
looks at his squad, puts him on the
No.
field, and watches him.
No, they actually leaked a video of Zidane. He used to say, all the players should play widely, as wide as possible. He used to tell these guys, and you only run. He tells them, when you don't have the ball, you make sure you run as much as you can and get the ball. And when you have the ball, let the other team run. And if the other team don't run, good. يعني مع السلامة. That's easy game. خلاص. This is what we win.
It's
It's the most inspiring talk I've ever heard.
والله العظيم.
But you know what?
because of the person
works,
that's delivering
alright.
it. No, it's the person that's delivering it.
Wallahi, because you
Zidane.
look at him.
Zidane.
When you look at him, you just remember the ball. You just remember him scoring that volley.
Just justify it to yourself, huh?
You remember that bubble, that goal scoring against Bayern Leverkusen? Think, oh, this guy's a great player. You know what I mean?
Alright, Madrid, you're
Does
saying-
any other coach? Wallahi.
You're saying Man City, Madrid, yeah?
Yeah, City for me. Yeah.
Both home and away.
Both games, bro.
Going through, I think City will go through.
You know what? Will go through. I'm not sure about
Both
that.
games-
City
both
will go
games-
through comfortably.
No, I don't think we'll win the game away, but we'll still go through
Comfortably.
in terms of aggregate. Yani.
Easy.
So we'll go through.
And then it's gonna be Man City, Liverpool in the final, and Liverpool's gonna win.
I don't know about winning.
And Man City's gonna draw one game in the Premier League. This is my prediction. Man City's gonna draw one game in the Premier League,
And Liverpool
and Liverpool gonna win. And then Liverpool's got Liverpool's gonna win the
Chelsea
FA
in the
Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, Liverpool's gonna win all 4.
Liverpool, I'll tell you something. Liverpool is actually capable of winning the Premier League because of how many players they have, like five strikers and many goal scorers. The only reason, I think in their schedule, the only game where they can drop points. No, Tottenham. They still have Tottenham to play.
Everton.
Nah, bro.
We're gonna take the lead from Liverpool. Remember I said that, wallahi.
It's this weekend.
This weekend.
We think Manchester City is going to go through, except for Hassan. He thinks Real Madrid is
Of course, Real Madrid is going to win the Champions League. I don't think they're going to go through. They're going to win
And
the
Benzema
Champions
is
League.
going to score 2 hat-tricks, yeah?
Of
Home and
course,
away.
3 hat-tricks, 5
3
hat-tricks.
hat-tricks, 5 hat-tricks.
Too many hat-tricks.
What's contributed more, do you think, to Liverpool? The depth or the ability and the squad ability at the
Both. 'Cause
Because
their first 11 is strong.
you know teams, they don't blow up teams. When a team is successful and they add that one or two, they add Jota, perfect. And then they added Diaz, perfect. You know what I mean? And like they got Gomez back on the bench. They exactly what they need, and they keep the players that they have on the bench, and the players when they come on, because it's Klopp, it's that manager, bro.
Yeah,
The
it
players play for
I'm
him.
going to talk about the manager later when we talk about managers one day.
Anyhow.
I'm going to tell you why he's not the best manager ever. Like,
Klopp?
of course.
Because Zidane is mush.
Zidane number 1?
Always been, always will be.
Always been. Even before he was manager, he was already number
Before
1.
he was a manager, he's the best manager.
Anyhow, that was today's video.
Hey, comments, people. Tell us what,
comments
yes.
from now on.
Cruz, they're coming for us.
From now
They're
on,
going to come for you both online.
I like Cruz, they're coming for us. I can already see it.
Nah, well, I did think you niggas went tweeting on Cruz, bro. Wallahi.
Step away from us.
That nigga bean rubbish collector, nigga. That nigga bean collecting rubbish.
They're just going to be waiting at the
That guy
comment
scared me. I'm spooked by the comments. That's what, I've been broken.
I'm telling you, make a burner account and just start replying.
Not burn account. I said some.
Come with your name, good huh?
Wallah, Azim, come my name and my photo. Niggas will come for the king. They better come.
I'm going to come for you, is Vitalia.
Come for me. They better say it with their chest.
All right.
That
That was
just
today's
football
video.
at the end of the day, it's opinions.
People, make sure you like the video, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcast.
Only Spotify.
Only
said
Spotify.
that?
wallahi.
The
Only
last 10
Spotify.
days.
Don't know anything else.
The last 10 day podcast hit different, wallah.
Especially if you work in the warehouse, put your headphones on.
Oh.
That's it, alright.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.
I got the sauce. I got the sauce. I got the sauce. I got the juice. I got the juice. You other niggas look confused. I got the sauce. I got the sauce. Yeah, I got the sauce. Yeah, I got the sauce. I got the sauce. Nigga, I got the sauce. I got the sauce. I got the juice. Watch. I got the juice. Watch. I got the sauce. I got the sauce. Yeah, I got the sauce.